We're in my new office, guys. We made it. If you're new here, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but I just got a new office, so that's cool. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk to you guys about. I'm here to talk to you guys about haunted objects.
Step right up, folks. Gather round, take a look inside. And remember, things aren't always as they seem. Welcome to the Phantomette Freak Show.
Haunted objects. Yeah, because apparently ghosts got bored haunting houses and decided to downgrade to random stuff like dolls, wine cabinets, and furniture. These aren't just creepy trinkets though. They've ruined lives, caused deaths, and made people swear off thrift stores forever. So today we're going deep into the history, hauntings, and current whereabouts of some of the most infamous curse items in the world that you may have heard of, and some that I guarantee you haven't. So grab your sage, or don't. It probably won't help. First up, we've got the reigning champion of haunted toys, Robert the Doll. This little sailor boy is not only nightmare fuel, but he's also one of the most documented haunted objects in history. Robert was gifted in 1904 to a young boy named Robert Eugene Otto. Yeah, the kid gave the doll his own name. Totally normal. Eugene's family lived in Key West, Florida, and the doll was allegedly given to him by a servant who wasn't too thrilled about her job. Some say she cursed the doll using voodoo or dark magic as a way to get back at the family. Great move. From day one, Eugene became obsessed with Robert. He talked to the doll constantly, and his parents swore they heard a second voice, one much deeper than their child's, answering back. Soon after, weird stuff started happening. Furniture moving on its own, footsteps echoing through empty hallways, and family members claiming Robert's expression would change. Things got worse when the doll reportedly started showing up in different rooms and glaring at people. Eugene's parents eventually locked Robert in the attic, but even then, visitors to the house claimed they heard giggles and footsteps above them. Fast forward to today, and Robert now lives in East Martello Museum in Key West. He's kept in a glass case like he's some kind of paranormal VIP. Visitors are told to ask permission before taking his picture, and those who don't, they've reported car crashes, broken bones, divorces, and financial ruin, which to my knowledge usually go hand in hand. But anyway, the museum even receives apology letters from people begging Robert to lift the curse. Imagine being a doll with more power than most politicians. The Dybbuk box. The Dybbuk box, which is basically a wine cabinet, but instead of holding your Pinot Noir, it holds a demon. Think of it as a supernatural minibar for malevolent spirits. The Dybbuk box exploded in popularity after it was listed on eBay in 2003 by Kevin Mannis, who had one hell of a story to tell. According to him, he bought the cabinet at an estate sale of a Holocaust survivor. The survivor's granddaughter claimed her grandmother warned them to never, under any circumstances, open the box. Naturally, Kevin ignored that warning because humans can't resist doing stupid things. As soon as he brought it home, weird things started happening. He had reoccurring nightmares of an old hag attacking him, and his house was plagued by strange smells and shadow figures. Oh, and when he gave the box to his mom as a gift, because why wouldn't you give your mom a cursed wine cabinet? She had a stroke the same day. Over the years, every owner of the Dybbuk box reported terrifying experiences. Lights exploding, mysterious illnesses, and a constant feeling of dread. One guy even claimed the box set his house on fire. The story got so famous that it inspired the movie The Possession. Today, the Dybbuk box is housed in Zak Bagans' Haunted Museum in Las Vegas. Yep, the guy from Ghost Adventures owns it because, of course he does. Zak claims that even being near the box can make you sick or disorientated. Post Malone, yes, the rapper, visited the museum, touched the box, and later blamed it for a string of bad luck, including a car accident and a robbery. So, moral of the story, don't touch cursed furniture, even if you're rich and famous. Let's talk about Annabelle. Probably the most famous haunted doll thanks to Hollywood, but the real story is actually way less dramatic than the movies make it out to be. In 1970, a nursing student named Donna received Annabelle as a gift from her mom. The doll was a classic Raggedy Ann, cute, harmless, and not at all the porcelain nightmare Hollywood turned her into. But within weeks, Donna and her roommate Angie started noticing weird things. The doll would move on its own, showing up in different rooms or sitting in strange positions. Then the doll started leaving handwritten notes on parchment paper that said, "Help us." Fun fact, Donna didn't own any parchment paper, so yeah, creepy. Things escalated when one of their friends, Lou, claimed Annabelle tried to kill him. He woke up one night, unable to move, with the doll crawling up his chest and strangling him. He also got scratched after he mocked the doll. Don't mock the doll. Ed and Lorraine Warren, the famous paranormal investigators. This isn't part of the show. Why did my light go out? I swear that wasn't staged. There's nothing like talking about haunted objects and your light turns itself off. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen and keep going. Ed and Lorraine Warren, the famous paranormal investigators, were eventually called in. They determined the doll wasn't possessed by a spirit, but a demon pretending to be a little girl. Because apparently, demons love playing dress up. Annabelle now lives in a glass case at the Warren Occult Museum in Connecticut. The case has a sign that says, "Warning, positively do not open," which is honestly the kind of energy I want to radiate in my life. The museum claims Annabelle is still dangerous and they perform regular blessings to keep her in check. So she's basically in paranormal prison. Now let's talk about the Busby death chair. An old wooden chair with a kill count. This thing has been blamed for more deaths than I can count, which is both impressive and terrifying. The chair belonged to Thomas Busby, a 17th century drunk and murderer in North Yorkshire, England. Busby was sentenced to death for killing his father-in-law, and before he was hanged, he cursed his favorite chair. He supposedly said that anyone who sat in it would die shortly after. For centuries, people dared each other to sit in the chair, and a lot of them ended up dead. Soldiers during World War II would sit in it, only to die in combat shortly after. A delivery driver who sat in the chair was killed in a car accident the same day. At this point, the chair has a body count that rivals some horror movies. The chair is now hanging on a wall at the Thirst Museum in England. They literally nailed it to the wall to make sure nobody sits in it. Imagine having a piece of furniture so deadly that you have to treat it like a loaded gun. So, are haunted objects legit? Or is this just a bunch of spooky stories and coincidences? Honestly, it doesn't matter. What matters is that these objects have ruined enough lives that whether you believe it or not, this stuff is real, documented, and these things really, truly do happen. So thank you all for watching, and remember, if you see a creepy doll or an antique chair with a murder history, just walk away. It's not worth it, trust me. And also, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button because I promise they aren't haunted or cursed. Until next time, love you all.